When? Well, now?
Yeah, now.
Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Yeah, you caught me out there. Yeah. Well,
So it's all right. We're not locked on you or anything, Ted. It's
yeah,
fine. We're
yeah. Just enjoying a light snack. It takes a gulp of water. Not quite news at tennis, is it?
What was your light snack, Ted? Did you go on 1970s hippie on us?
Yeah, you never see news at 10 sort of scoffing just before they go on air, do you?
Yes, because you got to hide it behind your papers when you shuffle them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Clears the throat of hummus and breadsticks. But good evening, everybody. Well, welcome to another Monday night's live stream from eModels, eModels.co.uk, and there's us lot. We're all here, all of us, doing what we normally do. And there's Chris, Ted, Foxx, and I.
Wait, did we do something?
And Colin as well. Haven't forgot Colin.
Hello, folks.
Yeah. So we're all here. Edward Leonard says gin. Yeah, gin's in the cup. So what we're going to do on a Monday night? What we always do: fun frolics. I don't know so much about the frolics, but fun, laughter, and whatever else comes up. It's your live stream. It's up to you to tell us what you want us to talk about. Now we'll go over to Foxx. Yeah, we'll go over Foxx for the terms and conditions.
I do like it when you talk yourself into a corner there, Ted. Fun frolics and, well, I don't know about frolics, actually. But I'm trying to think of the next word.
Yeah.
Yes, hey, everyone. It's your show. As always, this is your show. You will see. Is there a chat up, Chris, or are we not doing chat?
No, we haven't got the chat up.
No chat overlay. Yes, this is your show. If you're on YouTube, you'll see to the right of the screen, which is probably over there, there is a chat window. If you can't see the chat window, you want to join in the chat because it's awesome fun. But if you can't see the chat window, if you're on a mobile device or a tablet, it might be underneath the video, so scroll down. If you can't see it at all, you might want to click on the YouTube icon that's down in the bottom right-hand corner of the YouTube viewer. That will take you to the YouTube page where you can join in the live chat, because we can see the live chat. We've all got it in front of us. If you want to get in touch with us, because the whole point of the show is that you give us stuff to talk about, because we're rubbish, and we need your help as much as we can. So if you want to get our attention in chat, put your comment. First of all, you can put your comment in big, fat, massive capital letters, or as Ted would call them. Yeah, bold as Ted would call them. So use your big words. Use your big words in the chat. Or, alternatively, if you want to, you can do a super chat, which is the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your comment in a coloured box. And then
do you need a wee or something? You're wiggling a lot.
No, I'm in a chair that does the wiggling, and I by default I can't.
I just thought you were uncomfortable.
No,
I reckon that's why on interview shows they give them a solid chair. They don't give them a
big wee before we went live. So
I can't. I didn't actually go for a wee before we went live. I forgot that. Oh, yeah. When I'm in a wibbly wobbly chair, I can't help but just go. Yes, I'm a man of power. I'm in a powerful chair. I'm not really.
I think it'd be like that in Mastermind, wouldn't it? You'd be in Mastermind on the chair going. Wee.
I can see him going all the way around.
And your special subject is pot noodles of the world. And the first question, correct. So put your comments in big fat capitals, or as Ted will call them,
bold,
or use the super chat box, and we'll see your comment. And do ask us anything you want. We don't have to ask us, or you don't have to ask us questions about model making specifically, because it's very rare we ever talk about model making. Anyway, ask us whatever you want, except religion and politics, obviously.
Yeah, or politics, or sport, or
rude things.
Yeah.
Oh, family show, by the way.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can do rude things, but we'll wait till the next. Yeah.
And as always, don't forget, of course, I think some of your mods are in chat. I can't remember who's in chat now. We'll find out in a minute.
I think it's just us.
It is a family. It's just us. It is a family-friendly show, so please no swearing in chat. And of course, please don't mention other retailers, because this is an eModel show. There you go. Bye.
Right, and before the chat goes wild, we'll go across to Chris and find out who's in for the night.
Good.
And, I've actually got a live chat as well now, so I can catch
So you can read it as well and make sure I get it right.
Yeah.
Okay, I shall click the button and bring the chat to a more camera-friendly location. Scrolling up to the top of the chat, the first person I see in chat is Andy McLeish. Then we have Lynn, Andy, Lynn, Andy, Lynn. Looks like they were just chatting for a while before anyone else came in.
Yeah, I think they've been here since last week.
It seemed to be a while, yeah. Then we have Graham and Sarah Jane. Then Colin, Festa 67's workshop, is in, being all moderatorish. But I'm sure he wouldn't be in there after we went live, because, yeah, we know about that.
Mouthword time now. It's mouthwords time.
Andy, Graham, AJ. Colin, Graham, Andy, Colin, Graham, AJ, Festa, Lynn, AJ. Cynical Steve, there's another different name coming. Model making guru and gross models. I wouldn't worry about them.
Yeah.
Lynn, Andy. Beyond Hope. Eric, Lynn, Beyond Hope. Eric, Beyond Hope. Lynn. Nat is around. Eric, Nat. Paul Horner. Cynical Steve. Red Len 08. It's taken a break from the Star Wars marathon to watch, because it's happy Star Wars Day, everybody. May the 4th and everything.
Yes, May the 4th.
4th of May be with you and stuff.
With
yeah.
you.
Ted's like, live long and prosper. Wait, no.
We also have Ickle Pete, then Beyond Hope, then Steve, then Eric Green, then Christopher C, Andy McLeish, Dave Jones, Nat Gross, Killer Chief 187 says hi. Hello.
Hi. New name?
Ross Medlock, Nat, Ross, Eric, Hester, Lynn, Eric. It's like the same 6 people just chatting and making things. Nat says Chris is in chat. I'm not reading it out with my mouth words. Eric Beyond Hope, Lynn, Philip Prime, Lynn Beyond Hope, Lynn, Steve, Andy, Andrew, Beyond Hope, Eric, Lynn, Nat, Jamie Bone. I don't think I've seen him yet. Dave Cardboard. Michael Jackman, Osric 9000. There we go. We must have gone live, so then all the people get the notifications and come in. Anders, Terry O'Neill, Spitter Q8 is here. Swigging Pig, Beyond Hope, Lynn, Nat, Brian Windmill, Nat, Beyond Hope, Spitter Q8, Jamie, Edward Graham, Andy, Spruglu. Haven't been around for a little while, but then came back. Rich, Hanger Lads. I've got an idea. Vice says, hang on, lads, Hang on, lads, I've got an idea. Vice says, hello.
You completely missed his first name out there.
No, I've read it the first time. Rich.
Oh, Rich, okay.
Yeah. Lynn Spiddy, Anders, everybody. It's jumped a bit, but it's everybody else. Lee Dack says, I am here.
Excellent.
Jamie, Mr. BSG 87.
All right, yeah.
Dave Cardboard, Liquid Len, Simon Payne, and Sadster. There we go. That's everybody that's here.
Names in there tonight.
A few new names. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, really, we should have had tonight off, shouldn't we? Because it was officially the bank holiday day today, wasn't it? So
no, it's not bank holiday today.
Yeah, I never thought that. We could have had the night off and just made it a bank holiday for ourselves, but never mind. We'll carry on. Well, thanks for that, Chris. Thanks for everybody for joining us tonight. And now we'll nip across to Festa for his factoid of the week.
Factoid of the week.
Factoid.
Factoid of the week. Factoid of the week.
It's a factoid from Festa.
That's factoid. You can get a pill for that.
On this day in 1989, the space probe Magellan was launched. Was carried in the cargo bay of the STS-30 Space Shuttle Atlantis mission launched from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The space probe was named after the 16th century Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan, or Magellan, however you want to say it. This was the first planetary spacecraft to be released from a shuttle in Earth orbit. It arrived at its planned polar orbit around Venus on 10th of August 1990. And we've also
it's death time.
Yeah, it's our death of the week, and if you're ready, Mama Fox, this one's just for you. On this very day in 1900, at the age of 73, Augustus Henry Lane Fox Pitt Rivers, an English archaeologist, often called the father of British archaeology, even
Archaeology. Yeah.
Archaeology.
dropped dead. And that is who died on this very day.
We don't know what of, though. Just death.
No, he just dropped dead, mate.
Okay.
Probably old age. He was 73, mate. So,
I think technically, if we don't know, technically it's always heart failure.
Natural causes. How's that sound?
Yeah,
So was that a person or a group of people? I can't quite tell from the name.
No, that was Augustus Henry Lane Fox Pitt Rivers. He was an English archaeological.
He's never British with a name like Fox Pit River.
Yeah,
You've got to be something to get the name Fox Pit, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, he's one of them.
See, this is what happens when you don't have a German name in the Death of the Week. You can't say the English.
Oh,
words.
mate, I mean, I can't get my head around that. Archaeology. Yeah, one of them.
Timemology.
Yeah, that's it. Like Phil Harding, mate, your buddy.
Right. Look at this, Tony. There's a nice big pit there. Try a little test pit. Stratifications. Very, very quickly. I don't know if he's answered it, but Mr. BSG87 asked a question, but we need more information to answer it. As in, do you want to brush paint, or airbrush, Mr. BSG87? So, if you want to brush paint or airbrush, we'll be able to answer your question.
I missed the question totally, but
I missed that one.
I was listening to. I was transfixed by Colin's fact of the week. Yeah,
Lynn Dipple's hoping that we're not actually off today. Yes, we're not actually here. You're not watching us.
Yeah, yeah. This is a live recording. So
yeah,
this is the
the bank holiday's been moved to Friday, so we're going to have Friday off.
We'll record it this week, and then when we are off, we'll play it again.
Play it again, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, duplicates, because this is the voice of the Mr. Ons.
Right, so what's everybody been up to this week? Has anybody been doing anything this week? I know the sun's been cracking the pavements out there. I've been outside and doing things outside.
Not around here, it's not. It's been cold and wet.
Yeah, we've had a bit of the old stormage going on down here, but now I put together a bit of Warhammer, a custom booster blaster, and I'm currently editing part 3 of the eModels build. So yeah.
Did you have to look down at your crotch when you said we had a bit of stormage going on?
No, I was looking. I was looking for what I've been up to, because it's just there.
All right. We had a bit of storm going on.
Yeah. Oh no high winds yet.
High winds and leakage. No.
Oh no.
I have to report. Sadly, I've not been up to very much this week at all for various reasons, so I haven't had much time at the bench at all. Although I have been working on something today, which involves a little bit of pink.
Oh,
it's not the Millennium Falcon.
No, is this involving stickers and nail varnish?
No. It's not the weekend yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all the days are gelling into one, and you never know what day it is. That you just realise it's not Sunday again, and the postman comes because it's Monday. And then
you nearly said all the gins are gelling into one. All the gins are gelling into one.
Yeah.
Well, you just get yourself nicely prepared, and the postman comes and surprises you. Yeah, I thought it was Sunday. Never mind. Right, Chris, have you been doing anything? Have you?
I did a thing. There he is. Oh, there he is, hiding behind. It's not sort of really a model, but it sort of is a little bit. I've done a wooden thing.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, I didn't know. I did see pictures of it. I didn't realise.
There's a video of it on my channel, not the eModels thing, because it's not an eModels thing. It's just a me thing. It's a wooden kit that comes on 2 sort of wooden sprues, like MDF laminate boards.
CNC cut, yeah.
You pop all the bits out and just fit them together. Don't have to glue it.
Pop your bits out.
It's quite good fun. Doesn't take very long, but it's sort of. I think, like most of us, we've been losing mojo over the not sure what's going on a lot of time. So it's just a quick little something to snap together, and it works. It did it. I painted it, and I still haven't got any mojo afterwards. So yeah.
Well, as for me, I'm sure people will ask if I've been doing the Titanic. I haven't done the Titanic this week, but I have done the Digger. I've been working on the digger, and the video will go out tomorrow. So I've built the digger arm. I've done a bit of hairspray, not hairspray chipping, but using chipping fluid. So if you want to see how to use chipping fluid, and you'll see I had a frightening moment when I didn't think it was going to work at all. But you'll see that in the video, and there it is anyway. So that's stage 1 of the digger arm. So that video will go live tomorrow, I think about 11 o'clock. So
Look forward to that.
So,
What, 11 o'clock tonight?
yeah, sorry, 11 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it gives me time to have a lie-in and then get up and still send James some blurb for the footage, and so I don't have to get up too early, and it will probably get to him about when he's brew time. So that's it. Yeah, so that's what we've been doing. What's everybody else been doing out there? And you've already seen what's on my bench and what's in my belly, some hummus and stuff. So what's on the belly and bench? Yeah, we could do that one. I think 1 or 2 people have already mentioned it, but yeah, we'll start from now, so we don't have to zoom back and have a look. So what's been going on in everybody else's life?
Can I hear like a 3D printer or something?
Yeah.
It's surprising how much noise transfers upstairs from down the bottom. That's the wife downstairs with the hairdryer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a good microphone, then.
Well, I could pretend it's a 3D printer. Yeah, I bought myself a 3D printer.
Eric Graham says, "Hey, don't get Colin laughing. He'll end up on the floor."
Oh yeah, I made a point of not trying to get anything that's low down before the show, because otherwise, yeah.
Yes. Killer Chief 187 says, "Did you hear the one about the atheist dyslexic insomniac? He stayed up all night wondering if there really was a dog." I like that one.
George Taylor said people have such cool names like Dave Cardboard, yes. Skullfish, yes. Sprue Addict, yes. He needs to change his name and maybe to the Sultan of Styrene, Pimp of Plastic. He needs suggestions. Have you got a
Sultan of Styrene's got a ring to it, isn't it?
Yeah, Sultan of Styrene. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
So has anybody else got any suggestions for names of anybody? Yeah.
Captain Plastic Fantastic.
Yeah, everybody will come back next week. They've all changed their names, which I didn't realise you could do until I went on to. I was just further around on YouTube and I found that you could change your name. So
No, I think if we knew any decent, good names that we could choose, we'd choose them ourselves rather than.
Philip Prime's coming with Belly, pie and mash. Oh, that's a southerner thing, isn't it? Pie and mash.
Well,
yeah, pie, mash and liquor.
Yeah, and a bench, the Tamiya M4 Sherman build for a YouTube video. Yeah. Good. A kitchen table modeler who's probably at the kitchen table says Billy, his dad's homemade cured chorizo sausage. Bench, Hobby Boss 135 Merkava. Is that how you say it? Merkava? 3D.
Yeah, Merkava.
Yeah, Merkava. That's Italian.
Really quickly, Anders Ericsson asks, "How is James doing at eModels?" James is by himself. We've said this for the last few weeks, but just a reminder for anyone who hasn't watched the last few weeks' shows, eModels are still open and taking orders. They are still up and running. However, it's just James all by his lonesome, doing all the emails and all the packing and all the picking and all the sending out packages. So they are saying at the moment that you must expect, if you're placing orders, absolutely brilliant, but you must expect not the usual 2 or 3 day delivery time. It's going to take a bit longer, in some cases up to 30 days, and it's dependent on how many orders are in, because they're getting like a week's worth of orders a day to deal with. And of course, the couriers, DPD and Royal Mail postage are also going slower as well, prioritizing packages. So they do say, when you place an order, allow a lot more time for it to arrive. Please don't follow up email saying, "Where's my parcel? I ordered it last week," because James is swamped and he hasn't got time to answer all the emails. If he's answering email, he's not picking and packing a parcel. Yeah. So don't mail them unless it's absolutely urgently necessary.
Yeah, I do think though that they are progressing the orders as fast as they can. They're not sort of leaving them in a pile and then sending them out every 30 days. If your order's ready and the postman turns up, your order will go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They are working their way through all the orders. At one point, they had a backlog of 5,000 orders. So it's not that it's not that sitting there twiddling their thumbs. He said he has got some hair left, but not all of it.
Right.
So
Well,
please just be patient, basically.
Yeah. Ickle Pete is saying belly homemade chicken and bacon pie and chips, and on the bench is a Lego Harley Davidson.
Oh, cool.
right. I'm just. Oh,
trying to
right. Yeah, I found it now. Eric Graham says, Billy, spaghetti in vodka and meat sauce. Spaghetti in vodka and meat sauce. I just have the vodka. But a bench to me at 125 mid-90s Toyota Supra. Oh,
Very quickly, Patrick Stachewski says, I love this channel, but I don't know what these streams are about. Neither do we.
yeah.
Neither do we.
Yeah, most people have a structured channel when they come on, and it's all structured, and it will go out and they'll go through like a script and a running order. We have none of that.
Yeah.
Tim Young had meatballs and gravy with mash while watching Star Wars. Got to episode 1 in our marathon. Not as bad as I remembered. Did you not start with 1? Did you start with 4? We won't go into that. Yeah. On the bench, some 144 scale Sukhoi, which I'm painting as Peruvian models.
Ooh, nice.
Russian planes, I think.
Right.
Philly says, belly sausage and spuds. Bench is an MDF factory kit.
Oh, Killer Chief 187 fish finger sandwich.
What better sandwich you can have other than a chip?
Yeah, we need to know the condiments involved.
Yeah, is it red sauce?
We also need to know what's in your belly, because that's obviously what's on your bench. So yeah.
Although having said that, though, I mean, for my belly, we had Aberdeen Angus burgers and big fat chips and fried onions. Nice. So that makes a nicer sandwich than fish fingers. Slice that up.
We trying to replicate a McDonald's, though.
Yeah, desperately, pretty much. Yeah, kind of.
But you have withdrawal symptoms, mate.
Well, I was replicating McDonald's with actual food. That's my first mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a problem. One of our local KFCs is open for delivery, but it's not our local KFC. It's just outside of my delivery range.
Oh.
So I can see it's open, and I can see it there, and it's like, oh, I'll order for delivery, and it's like, it's not coming up for delivery.
So if you perhaps walked to the end of the street, would you become in delivery range so you could wait for
possibly about there? My parents' house is actually in the delivery range. If I put in their address, they'll say, yeah, we'll deliver to that. So I'm thinking about some sort of timing as to hanging around outside their house and as they get delivery and taking it. And
you know what you need? You need to install a vacuum tube system between the two houses so the food can go there and then go.
Yeah.
Vacuum tubes.
Can you imagine a milkshake coming through one of them?
How would you clean the tube out? I wouldn't want to
know. Lynn Dipple, belly turkey burger with cheese, and of course, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, always with the Dr. Pepper.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, Andy McLeish says belly, nothing. So I'm stopping the rest of the sentence. No, I'm not. I'm not hungry, as there has been a bit of a family horse name accident. Bench, the Mustang bits assembled, just waiting for varnish to arrive.
Hope the family are all okay, Andy.
Yeah, hope it's all right, dude. But eat some food anyway. And Nat Williamson says belly spag bowl with meatballs. Bench continuing with Jemima Puddle Duck part work quilt build. We'll call it a build.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's a build.
Yeah, we don't mind it. It's a construction channel as such, but whatever you're constructing, whatever you're making, if you're making it, yeah, you tell us about
Absolutely.
It. Doesn't matter whether your parts are floppy or hard. They're all parts and it's all building.
No, please, no, stop. No.
It's burnt on the back of my retinas now. No, get out.
Liquid Lens says chicken and ham pie and chips and peas on the bench at the Ryfield Models Tiger 1.
Cynical Steve says belly was meatballs and pasta with the bread of garlic, and bench is his faux Baneblade as an orky thing. I didn't think it was orky thing. I thought you said it was Space Marine type thing.
No, he's kind of cobbled like 18 different turrets on it, so it kind of counts.
Yeah, but he was doing them all nice different colours to make them all. He might.
No, he's doing them different colours because they're scavenged.
You said they were being salvaged by the Marines, so they were nice. But
I was going to ask what the connection is with Scotland, but I read it as Orkney.
Dear.
Sorry, yeah. Well, it's Orky. Whatever.
Have you got your reading eyes in, Ted? Have you got your gin eyes in?
Dave Cardboard says, Billy, chop and chips.
Chips.
Chop and
No
chips.
further explanation. Chop and chips.
Chop and chips. All Benj, all these tools seem to have filled it up.
Again. Yeah.
Sarah Jane has got spag bowl with Marmite and cream eggs in belly,
Wait,
and on the
Oh.
bench is a 5,000-piece jigsaw.
wait, hang on. Let's just back up a little bit there.
Spag
assuming-
bowl with Marmite and cream eggs.
I'm assuming that's not all at the same.
It would sound like at least 2 separate dishes.
Yeah. So we're not getting told what's in the belly literally, which is
I'd
So,
be
yeah.
mightily impressed if she did.
Yeah, so it's like spag bol, but instead of meatballs, you have cream eggs on.
Would the Marmite go with cream eggs, though? That's the question.
absolutely.
Marmite will
the
go with
question
anything, mate.
No.
I've had Nutella and Marmite, and it was
Horrible.
Peanut
interesting.
butter and Marmite is there. It's yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend people try Marmite and a spread of chocolatey something or other because it's interesting. You'll either love it or hate it, but that's Marmite.
Tell you
I
what,
am the only person in the house that likes Marmite, so I could just smear Marmite over everything else that I like.
Yeah, whatever you don't want to eat in the fridge, Chris, just put a blob of Marmite on it, mate.
Yeah.
That might work.
Sorted.
Except the Marmite because they won't eat that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anders Eriksson says, "Let's give a shout out to James. Keep the good work and fight on."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And of
Yeah.
course, Pete Mate, the big boss. Well, Pete's not the big boss because Mrs. Pete Mate's the big boss.
yeah.
Pete Mate is the sub big boss. You won't like me saying that on his 70-inch TV. But Pete Mate's, I think Pete Mate's been doing all the millions of emails as well, or he was for a while. So he's been working on his backside off at the same time.
He must be struggling
All
to
of them.
get hair product for the yacht hair, you know.
I know your hair's very demanding.
Yeah, I don't know
maintenance.
how, Pete. Honestly, mate, my feelings are with you there, buddy, mate.
Well, but how do you maintain your yacht hair?
I just washed and it went.
Yeah.
I used that new shampoo, Foxx, called Shoulders.
I'm afraid with my hair, the blue's coming out of it now. So,
Oh,
yeah, it's
What colour are we doing next, Ted?
yeah.
well, I'm just thinking about retreating the roots to go back to blue. Yes, so, yeah. I'm quite getting used to it. I went for a bit of an exercise walk today, and it's the first time I've been out of the house in about 5 weeks. And I didn't realise that everybody was looking at me. Well, I did realise that everybody was looking at me and said, hello. It's, I just
When you say everybody, you mean the other 2 people that you met while you're outside?
yeah,
Police.
I did sort of get self-conscious that people were looking. I don't realised I still had the blue hair.
Yeah. Whenever they say morning, you just go, yes, it is blue.
Yeah, so next time I go out, I'll just have to put the punk rock gear back on.
Do it.
Yeah.
Combat boots. Paul Lyon says, belly, chicken vindaloo, and all the trimmings. What are all the trimmings for a chicken vindaloo?
More chicken vindaloo, I should
Yeah,
think.
that's about right.
Oh, the big crisps in it.
Oh, yeah, big
Big
crisps
crisps.
and the naan bread. Peshwari naan. Oh. Bench 148, B17 with full photo etched interior. That's going to be the size of a house.
Yeah.
And Brian Windmill, so Dave Cardboard's partner in crime. He was a cop. Brian
Not crime. The
Cardboard.
opposite of crime.
Yeah, the opposite of crime is not crime. Is on this 116 Sherman belly. I'll start that again. 116 Sherman belly boost chocolate bar. Is that the?
It's on his Sherman belly boost, yeah.
Yeah, belly boost. Is that the big 116 Sherman that eModels sells? It's not a remote control one per se. It's just a massive 116
I
Sherman.
don't know. George Taylor, belly, bacon double cheeseburger, the best type of bacon double cheeseburger.
Yep.
Seasoned curly fries, large Diet Coke. Bench, stupid, difficult sailing ship.
I think he's not interested.
I think that one, belly, bacon double cheeseburger, seasoned curly fries, large Diet Coke. That sounds like a takeaway type meal.
That sounds
definitely
that sounds
takeaways.
like Burger King to me.
Yeah.
James Stubbs has gone for the pizza with Donna meat as an extra with barbecue sauce.
It's a
Plus
BBQ
chips.
sauce.
BBQ. Bench is the 1/350th Prince of Wales plus PE.
Oh.
BBQ.
That sounds like a drunken trip on a Saturday night to the kebab shop. Can I have a pizza?
Yeah.
I can put some meat on it, and I'll have some black barbecue sauce as well, and something. Yeah, and I'll love you all.
You're my best mate.
Oh, Raging Basis has got a good one for Ted to read out.
Where we get?
Where have you
Raging
gone?
Basis.
Oh, yeah.
Can't find it.
Oh,
He says,
convenient.
About 6 comments down.
all right, Bench. He's just finished his Drist Doorden. Is that right? Is that right?
No idea.
No, Drist Doorden pictures you up in groups tomorrow. Started the D20 Dice Man Lady Demon Belly. Lady Demon Belly.
Punctuation. Oh no, he does the punctuation, but you're not capitalised your B. Punctuation and capitalisation, people. Words. Lee Sellers has done half of the information. He's not done the belly, but he does say he's just finished his 1/6 scale Kettenkrad today. Yippee! But we really care about the belly bit. Is the most important bit. So you need to give him the belly bit.
Yeah.
And George Taylor's got a good one. He says, "Fish have fingers?" ?
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Well, they have fingers to provide them for sandwiches.
How do you think they're going to dial the telephone number?
Well, it's like chicken. They got nuggets, haven't they?
Terry O'Neill is working on. No, he's not. He's eating spaghetti bolognese, and he's working on Meng's 135th Husky.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
Michael Jackman says belly, mushroom, red onion, pineapple, extra cheese, no tomato or sauce pizza, courtesy of Domino's. Bench 132nd Revell F4G Phantom 2.
oh,
Just sent to 10.
We're not sponsored by Domino's, but if anyone from Domino's does want to get in touch with us, then
Yeah, please do, for the love of Jesus.
Yeah, we're quite happy to give Domino's, Pizza Hut, or the local Indian takeaway a shout out if somebody comes and rings the bell and leaves a meal.
Yeah. He does say he sent you some pictures, Ted, but just so everybody knows, the eModels addresses that we use, they're all part of the eModels email addresses, so it's entirely likely we won't respond to those because we don't want to get in the way of James doing his emails as well. So we're just kind of staying out of email for as much as we can. So apologies if you have mailed Ted and we haven't replied. It's just we're trying to not get in the way of the guys doing their proper businessy stuff. So
Killer
Jamie
Chief
Bone,
says, I really want a McDonald's. You're not alone.
Jamie Bone, a belly, a jam and tomato sauce sandwich.
wait,
Good combination.
I need to test that at some point.
Jam and tomato sauce.
Yeah, what flavour jam?
Jam and tomato sauce.
Belly is the Tackham 135 or 135th even, a Chieftain Mark 5. I think that's the one Tony did, isn't it? I'm only reading out loud. I can't do that right.
One day you don't have a German name to read. You can't do English or numbers.
Oh mate, I'm.
There you go, George Taylor. Your name will be Fish Fingers,
Yeah.
says Sprugler. Phil Kett, belly, sirloin steak, medium, with chips and fried eggs. Bench, nothing interesting. That's
No, there's always something interesting on the bench.
it could just be dust for all we know.
Anders says, Bench still waiting for spares for his airbrush, due to arrive tomorrow. Belly, unusually for Anders, a grilled sandwich with Polonese sausage, fried egg and union, apparently. This evening, some pancakes. So he's eating lots. Shouldn't it be diet day?
Maybe he always was on about changing his diet day to another day so that he doesn't get tempted by an eModels live
I
stream.
think he gets special dispensation, being that the world has caught fire.
Maybe, yeah.
Could
I
be
think
that.
If you ask Anders when's diet day right now, he's going to say tomorrow. It's always
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. I'm being called the KFC mugger by Dave Cardboard. But Michael Jackman's got a suggestion. He says what he does is drive to an address in delivery range and have it delivered to the car.
Good shout.
So you can say, I want it delivered to number 7, Short Street, but not to the house, just to the car parked out the front.
Yeah, you could put that in the delivery instructions, couldn't you? Please deliver.
We're just going out, and yeah.
Just don't turn up in a van with like sweets and cakes written on the side.
And then what you do is you say, if you knock at the door, the missus will give you the money, and you just drive off. I'm not obviously encouraging people to do that.
Killer Chief says Deliveroo had a 5 Guys on Saturday. Other delivery services are available, of course.
Yeah.
Ross Medlock says not had dinner yet. Oh, hang on, it jumped and it's gone. Brilliant.
Not had dinner yet, but bench 172nd Arms Hobby Hurricane Mark II-C, 135th Italeri S100 Schnellboat, 1350 Academy USS Indianapolis. So no dinner, but lots of bench.
Far too many things on one bench for a normal
Edward
person.
Leonard, bench is a Lego space shuttle and transport truck. Belly is buffalo wing flavoured tuna melt.
Spaceship.
That's a bit of a mix-up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Buffalo winged flavoured tuna.
Buffalo winged.
Lynn Dipple says that here in her town, which is in New Mexico. New Mexico? New Mexico.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Or did she move? Is that where she moved
No,
to
it's
or
New
from?
Mexico. In fact, Lynn, I have to say, I was watching something today, and I know where you are. I'm not going to say it out loud because you might not watch, but I watched the thing the other day, and it was from your hometown, and it was saying, here in this place, and I was like, ooh, I recognize some of these areas. Chicago Town Mini Pepperoni Pizza. No, that's the wrong one. She says, McDonald's here in my town is giving a thank you meal for the hospital and other responders.
Oh,
So,
here.
I'm guessing she's had a McDonald's then. And Simon Payne says, Belly, Chicago Town Mini Pepperoni Pizza Sandwich. Yes, a pizza in 2 bits of bread is amazing. Isn't that a calzone? I've been watching The Rise of Skywalker Star Wars first time I seen it. I quite liked it. It was all right.
I've never seen any Star Wars.
Ted, you just need to sort this out. There's 6 movies you need to watch.
I think I only watched the first one.
11 films you want to watch.
6,
No, I didn't
11.
see more of that.
11.
Right.
11.
Wait, no, not 11. There's
11.
there's 3 that aren't there.
Wait a minute, I'm in charge of the buttons. I can mute you if you need to.
Graham McRoberts says Belly Fish Supper on the bench. 135th SAS Jeep, 135th Chieftain Tank, and 135th Elephant.
It sounds like everybody's multitasking because there's lots of time to spare. Everybody's multitasking on lots of.
My bench. Yes.
I've lost where we are. It jumped a bit.
Yeah, I think Mark Scops is telling us he's got belly pepperoni pizza bench. He's painting the linear teak railway coaches using Citadel, Citadel paint. Yeah.
Hang on, where Seraphim Sepia.
What Fox said.
Seraphim Sepia. It's a shade. It's a wash. It's a sepia tone wash basically. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Mr. BSG 87 says bench Airfix King Tiger, belly salt and vinegar Pringles, and John Smith's. Is that a pint of John Smith's? I assume. Good lad.
Andy McLeish has just heard the missus is getting the all clear after anaphylactic shock. She'll be home tonight. Good to hear. Thank you for letting us know.
Get well soon, yeah.
Although we are very, very grateful that you sat here watching us when your wife's in hospital, but it shouldn't really be well, that's why you can't.
Well, he's got his priorities right. It's okay.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, perhaps you leave your other half in the A&E. Broken arms.
He could redeem himself by saying he's watching us lot because he's so worried about his missus. He just needs to keep calm.
Yeah.
Well, it might be with the current global condition. He might not have been allowed to go.
I was just thinking that as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie Goes Hollywood says, evening all, had a ham and cheese sandwich for dinner and still the Tamiya I'll start that again. Still the Tamiya R5 Turbo and Mercedes-Benz L3000 truck on the bench.
I'm so glad it's not just me.
It's not just you.
No, that was I just kind of forgot to breathe and swallow.
Andy McLeish is saying that Ted should dye his hair eModels green.
Mm-hmm.
I did think of that, but
yeah, do it with a big old E on the top, mate.
Yeah.
Sarah Jane says it was Marmite with spag bol, followed by cream eggs, washed down with cherry fruit crush.
Well, that makes more sense apart from the Marmite with spag bol bit.
That might work.
I'm still confused. Did you like wipe the Marmite on the spaghetti bolognese, or do you mix?
Probably stir it in.
That's
Probably stir it in as it's cooking.
Have you ever tried stirring Marmite? It's clingy. Ted, you do look like a pool ball, says Spruglo Addict.
I thought Fox was in chat for a minute there, but it's Nevbo. Nevbo's come along in chat. Hello.
Hey, Nevbo.
Hello, Nevbo. You all right, mate?
Yeah, Nevbo, of course, is one of your eModels builders. He's just finished his motorbike series, so do go check it out. Mm-hmm. Speedy Curator says bench bookbinding. Unusual. Belly, as tradition demands on Star Wars Day. Hang on. Oh, pancakes. You put an exclamation mark in it, and punctuation, people. We've got to read this out from a distance. Don't give us tripping ups.
Andy McLeish is saying, yeah, Chris was right. Wasn't allowed to go. Plus, I'm correct too. He's easily wound up at times. Exactly, mate. This is where the current live streams we all do is coming in handy, because where people have got a lot of bench time, they can tune in and watch us idiots do our streams.
I've actually got to say that I actually find it really helpful to sit at the bench, because at the moment a lot of people are finding it's quite hard to motivate yourself, because we've said it before, when you've got 2 days off work, you're motivated to go and do as much as you can on the weekend or the 2 days off. When you've got every single day off work and you don't have to go anywhere, it's really hard to motivate, and a lot of people are flagging now. So I find it myself, if I can get myself to the bench and get one of these guys put the street live streams going in the background. I might just have the chat open to one side and have them playing in the background, and I'm working on my model, but it gets bench. So
Yeah.
casts and live streams, it's really good right
I mean, we're in that situation, aren't we, where we're home all the time, so our days can merge into each other, and it's a similar thing here. I just put the Android tablet there, and I've got like you or Ted doing a video series, or Chris, and I'm currently
I'm not
binge
sure
watching
why I should be
Tony at the
third.
moment, so it's like,
Well, I've said the only day I know what day it is bin day. Bin's out day, Sunday, bin in day, Monday. Other than that,
No, they're not. It's bin day tomorrow.
Yeah, well, as I said the other day, they totally confused me because they usually come on a Thursday, but they came on a Friday, so that was a week out. Totally.
Tuesdays for me, mate.
Right, Wimble confirms the 1/16th Sherman is not the one. I guess it's not the one. The one that eModels have got in stock is not the remote control one, I think, but you can remote control it up. He says it's the remote control version. Now, there was a question earlier on, and I've forgotten who it was from, so I do apologise. It might have been Mr. BSG, I can't remember, who said, what's the best paint? I'm new to all this. What's the best paint? And we asked airbrushing or brush painting. And I haven't seen any. I know it was chatted about in the chat a little bit, and I lost track of what the answer was. So I can give a generic answer, which is if you're brush painting, I strongly recommend Citadel or Vallejo paints. Vallejo game colors, Vallejo air, Vallejo model colors, they're all awesome. So Citadel, if you're brush painting, Citadel or Vallejo. If you're airbrushing, I really recommend Vallejo model air. Or if you're doing a specific thing like a World War II tank or a 1960s jet fighter or something like that, have a look on the model store because there's a lot of AK Interactive and Vallejo paint sets for specific things like World War II German tank paint sets, or Saab Viggen 1960s whatever, 1970s fighter plane. So if you're brushing, I say Citadel, Vallejo are great ones for beginners. Airbrushing, just start with Vallejo. If you've never airbrushed before, start with Vallejo Air because it's pre-thinned pretty much. There's a lot less thinking involved. You can get more complex once you get better with the airbrush. Or if you're doing a specific thing, have a look on the website for specific kits for that model because they might have World War II camouflage or Israeli Defence Force colour sets, things like that. There's loads of sets available.
Yeah, don't forget as well that to me I do a range of rattle cans as well. So if you want to try using some of the rattle cans on some of your models, they work quite well for covering big areas. So,
yes, but I don't recommend trying to brush with Tamiya paints because it's that.
No,
just don't.
Yeah.
Anders says that his diet is Tuesday and Thursday this week. He's got 2 diet days.
Oh, 2 diet days.
Plastic Monkey says something very important that Colin needs to read.
Well,
It's just underneath Lynn Dipple where she says hi plastic and puts a heart in a comment.
Oh, mate, I'll scroll up. Bear with me, mate.
It's very important that Colin reads that.
Is that before Nevbo came in?
Yes, before. Just after somebody talked about pancakes.
Oh, Plastic Monkey.
Yeah, look for the comment for that with the heart in it from Lynn. It's the next one down.
Bacon, beans, egg, Starsky and Art, Gilman, imp on bench. Yeah, cheers, Paul.
One day we will reveal this story. He's just going to have to tell everybody at some point.
Yeah, right.
Just not at this point, hey?
Nah.
It's a dark secret in Colin's past that we know about.
Paul Lines is saying someone pressed the reset button on Colin.
Yeah. Phil Lewis says belly, bacon, mushrooms, beans, and mash. Bench being cleared slowly.
I did see that. Oh, there it is.
All
right. So Levbo says belly, ham and mushroom pizza. Bench the Honda NSR 500. He was filming the build until his camera stand broke.
Aaron just says it's diet day tomorrow.
it's always diet day tomorrow. Yeah,
Lynn saying she had a McDonald's chicken McGriddle this morning for breakfast. Good girl.
Oh,
Nat says we do that for Lewis, but I think this is like calling to the truck because all the services, because Lewis is a long distance driver. All the services, food outlets are shut. We'll go on, just eat, and they'll deliver to his lorry for him. Cool. Does a buffalo have wings? Asked Anders. Very well, thank you. Good answer.
No, let's go back to that buffalo tuna, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Buffalo wing tuna.
Sarah Jane says McDonald's across the road from me. Deliver. Oh. Nevbo got some Viejo metal colours. You're right there, lovely.
Yep, they're quite nice. But some of the metal colours, though, only look good when they're sprayed. They're not really that good for painting.
Unless it's these ones that don't come covered in paint.
Oh, really? Oh,
No, they don't
fun
come
then.
like that. Those are
You have
brilliant.
to do that yourself, do you?
They're really, really thin, so they're best brushed on small details. You wouldn't want to brush a whole thing with it. They are best airbrush, but you can use for little details.
Yeah, I'm just going down the chat a little bit now, and George Taylor said he ordered some Marmite from Amazon, so I take it he's not living in the UK. He ordered some a Marmite from Amazon, and him and his family tried it, and now we've got 3 jars of Marmite that'll never get eaten.
I've seen that habit a couple of times.
Wait, does that mean he liked it or he didn't like it?
Spruglu says, "Where is?" And a button didn't work. Damn it! I'll try it again. Spruglu says, "Where is?"
Did it work?
Yeah.
Is it Skullfish?
Yeah.
It's a long one.
And I don't know. I haven't seen him for a little while. So
No, not been in chat. Dave. Oh, it moved again.
Yeah, if you press the blue button, the blue button, it jumps, and then you can't find where you were.
Right, I've lost it completely.
9,000 saying under normal circumstances he would have been flying to Thailand tomorrow. Yeah, I would have been in the States a couple of weeks ago, so yeah, everything went.
Yeah, normal's normal now.
I can't remember exactly the words, and it's gone now. But Dave Cardboard says something along the lines of, "The more I model, the less I notice my overdraft."
Is getting, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just occupying the mind takes all those sort of thoughts away.
Bolognese sauce with Marmite is kick-ass, says Spid. You stir Marmite in while cooking to spread the taste, says Sarah Jane. I used to put, when I made stir fry, I used to get, those little yogurts where you get mostly yogurt and then a little corner of fruity stuff.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I used to get the apricot ones, and I used to put the apricot in the stir fry and then just the rest of the yogurt as well.
The old fruit corners.
Yeah, and it works really well. Just putting a yogurt in there. It's weird, but in a stir fry, it actually really worked quite well. And I put Vietnamese fish sauce in everything. Oh, I love that stuff.
Raging Basis is saying once the world has stopped being on fire, he'll get in touch with eModels and get his first airbrush and some Vallejo air paints.
Yeah, they'll sort you out.
Yeah, and it'll be fine, mate. Just practice.
Yeah. We've said it before. The thing about airbrushes is it's got a very steep learning curve, but it's very quick. So it's like that, but literally it's like one or two goes, you've got it. You've got all the skills.
Yeah.
It's just confidence that comes with it.
Nat does say, "Any idea on Dad tonight?" And then a little bit later on he says, "I'm here, I'm lurking, I'm on a phone call."
Oh. My chat is up and down all over the place. It's getting ridiculous.
I've got down to the bottom of it now, I think.
Paul Lyons said he adds half a bar of dark chocolate to his spag bol.
Oh, interesting combo.
Yeah,
Lynn says she's never had Marmite and doesn't know if she ever will try. So I think we'll be sending her some Marmite at some point.
Do you like Twiglets, Lynn?
She won't know what they are either.
No, I can't.
In America, isn't she?
Yeah, but they've got pretzels. They're about the same, aren't they?
No. Pretzels are rubbish compared to Twiglets.
Lynn says, "Wow, we're getting more girls in here. There do seem to be some female type people in the chat, so you're always more than welcome."
Female type people?
Yeah. Well, we don't know for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've got Foxx. He's a princess.
I resemble that remark. And McLeish, going back to what we were saying earlier on, McLeish says, "Yep, you lug nuts keep me grounded too, which helps especially when I'm bored at work, really putting together kits."
George Taylor saying Lynn can have his Marmite.
Cynical Steve says he always puts dark chocolate in chili. Yeah, I suppose dark chocolate and chili goes well together. I tell you what does go well with chocolate: beer.
Yeah, chocolate.
You know what goes well with beer? Everything.
Everything goes well with beer. But the more you drink, the more hungry you get. Isn't that a fact? You start off in the pub with the bags of crisps, then you do all the peanuts, then you go home and you call it a kebab shop. Yeah,
Judy Garman is a new name in chat. She says, "Greetings from Nova Scotia, Canada." Yay, Canada!
Yeah,
Canada.
I can't.
You got your flag. You must have a flag. No flag.
I need another flag because this one's too far away. Yay, Canada!
Judy says, "How about 75-year-old female modeler?" Judy. Yeah, welcome.
Yeah,
welcome.
Yeah.
Don't stab yourself with that, Fox.
I've not got a thing in my head. It's a different hat. I've got no.
Yeah. We normally sing "Oh Canada," but nobody knows it.
I don't know the words. Oh, Canada. There's some other words in.
Oh
It's
Canada.
just like all Canada all the time, isn't it? Yeah.
I haven't got a hat with the band anymore, so this is about as good as I can get. I think
It's not very good.
it's not brilliant, is it? It's
Yeah, I don't give it more than about a minute.
yeah, before it gets on my nerves.
I think you could clip it to your glasses, would be better, be up the right way.
What there? That was a hair. Ow.
Not like that, no. How would it go like that?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I can't see what I'm doing. I can't see it. Straight away, I've got a problem.
Oh, this would kill another 5 minutes. It's fine.
I can pick up Radio 4 now as well.
Cynical Steve says the reason alcohol dehydrates you, which makes you crave salt, which makes you hungry. It's a vicious circle.
That's more of a triangle, really.
Yeah, it's something you have to give into. Yep.
Why do you think they put salted peanuts on bars to make you drink more? Because you eat peanuts. And then
Shane says hello from Northern Canada as well.
Oh, hello.
And Stephen says use duct tape.
Yeah.
Not when there's facial hair involved.
Yeah, all of it. Just wrap it around lots. It'll be fine.
It's up now, eh?
Sabretooth says greetings from Denmark. So where are you all? How many of you watching? Let us know where you're from.
Has anybody got any notice of how many people watch us tonight? And tell us where. I know there's quite a few. We have quite a few from the UK. But if you're not from the UK, where are you from?
Yeah.
And remember, thumbs up.
Oh.
It's like the old days of AOL with ASL, but without the S and the A. Just the location will do.
Oh, yeah.
Killer Chief 187 is in York, UK.
Yeah. I'm in Cumbria, by the way, South Cumbria.
I'm in Cheshireland, where all the best people are.
Yeah, that's where the posh. It's where the posh Mancunians live. Isn't it?
You said posh birds, then, didn't you?
That's right. I'm down in London.
London town.
London.
I'm in Basingstoke now, so.
Linda Pill said, yes, she's in New Mexico. And Paul Lyons says he's a southerner living in Nottingham. Phyllis is York, Ohio, Asia. And McLeish from region bassist from Cheshire. Fort Smith says Shane Mandeville, Fort Smith, Canada. 101 watching us. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I see that we did have a lot watching us last week after the show finished because we've got a giveaway this week.
Yeah, we're doing a giveaway today.
So if you haven't already commented on last week's video, go across and do it now, and you might be in a chance with the draw later on and win a prize.
Just a handy pointer for any of our American viewers, or even Canadian viewers, if we stumble over your address, it's because we don't know the little acronyms. Like when you put such and such a town, PA or NT, we're like,
we don't know that. We don't know stuff.
We'll just go.
I'm thinking that Fort Smith NT means Northern Territories.
Could be if it's in Canada.
Yeah.
Northern Territories, isn't it?
Dave Cardboard said he's sitting on the wall in our front garden.
Who's he talking to? I haven't got a wall.
That's a bit of skill, then, isn't it? Paul DiTomaso is in Hamilton, Ontario, in Canada. A lot of Canadians in tonight.
Yeah, Jamie's in the West Country.
Colin, one there from Sproogloo for you.
How many candles?
4 candles.
There you go. Phil Kett's in Lawton, Essex, and Cynical Steve is not from the UK. I'm from Wales. I just happen to dwell in Manchester. You're doing it right, basically.
Kitchen table modeler, we now know he's in the Shetland Isles. Is that somewhere near Orkney then?
You've just annoyed every single Shetlander and Orcadian there is.
Yeah.
By confusing the two.
It's further north, and it's more towards Norway than us now, isn't it?
Shetland's kind of in the Arctic, and like Orkney's not.
Yeah. George Taylor is in Burbank, California. I assume CA would be, wouldn't it? 5 minutes from the original Skunk Work building.
Oh, cool.
Anders said he's in Sweden.
Sweden.
Terry,
Northamptonshire.
Eric Graham says he's Indiana.
In Indiana, yes.
in Indiana. Yeah.
James Stubbs is in Shildon in beautiful County Durham, which I've decided everyone talks like that in County Durham. I don't know where it is.
Can't we
But
do
everyone
it?
talks like this, right?
No,
If it's beautiful, they must talk like this.
It's Newcastle.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hey, spooky! By a grove. That's all I can see.
It's where they've got all the fag packets tucked up.
This is our new segment. Fox does accents.
Yeah,
Fox does two
35 in a
accents,
Big
yeah.
Brother house. I can only say a few things in
Yeah.
a
Fox
reasonably...
does
Can
two
you
accents.
say
as
it
our
in
new
the voice
segment.
of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Day 35 in the Big Brother house. No one could get to the chopper because there's no bathroom.
It's Monday night.
What was that?
No, I know. I can't do it. I can't do the audio accents either. It turned into a Cornwall one.
It's just like Yorkshire Terminator. No, the T1000 will definitely try to get you there. I would.
Uh,
Absolutely will not stop.
it's Monday. It's in the
Dear.
tend to sleep in the eModels house.
Have they sent a Terminator after me? It's worse. They've sent you a Yorkshire Terminator. Oh, bugger.
Stephen Borchert is in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Another Canadian. We've got a plethora of Canadians in tonight.
Redline says Snookland.
Newfoundland.
Snodland in Kent. No comments, Fox.
Michael Jackman's in Taverham, Norwich, Norfolk. GB.
Plastic Monkeys Exmoor. Emma Jane is in Cumbrian, living in Yorkshire. I suppose somebody has to. Dave Jones says in Wiltshire. Redland corrects his spelling as Snodland. I like that name, Snodland. It's just so strange. It's
No
brilliant.
comments, he said. No comments.
No comments. I've broken that rule.
Speedy Q8 is in Scotland, Shireburg.
Phyllis is in Woodthorpe. Apparently, Phyllis lives in Woodthorpe in Killer Chief. I don't think that's a place.
Spruglo says in relation to putting a comment on last week's video, he says there's no point, he never wins anything.
He said that last time. He said that last time, and he won something.
Yeah, he did.
Sarah Jane lives in Bletchley.
Oh,
Near
yeah.
Park.
Is that a secret?
Yeah, but it's not anymore.
Huh.
Yeah,
Frankie
it's
goes,
even pixelated on the map, isn't it?
yeah. Frankie goes to Hobbywood, says Germany land. Guten Abend. No, that's afternoon. Yeah, Guten Abend, evening. I don't know. I'm probably getting it wrong. All the Germans hate me now. Let's have a look.
George Taylor's typed in, here's my Arnold impression. Get out. Trust me, it's spot on.
Funny that said that.
Johnny Hollis says West Norfolk, UK. Michael Jackman says Taverham, Norwich, Norfolk, Great Britain. Planet Earth, the solar system. Yeah.
The universe. Graham McRoberts says Ayr in Ayrshire in Scotland. And Mark Scopes lives where my brother lives in Chelmsford in Essex. What?
Yeah, well, yeah. Kitchen Table Modeler corrects us. He said it's 60 degrees north, closer to Norway than the Scottish Islands and the Scottish mainland.
I like the way you transmute the word mainland into islands. I like that.
Tim Young says, I'm offended for all the regional accents in England. Me too. Yeah, I tried to stop them, but I couldn't.
No. I love to hear Ted talk Swedish. Wait, when's Ted talk spoken Swedish? Ted, give us some of that Swedish, man. Give us some Swedish.
And Anders, give Ted something Swedish to say, not rude.
Yeah, right,
Eduard Roots says, good evening. Managed to get onto the stream. Great, good evening.
And Edward is, in fact, in. It's moved. It's in. Nobody move. I've got it. It's gone.
Stop typing.
I've lost it. It's gone. Oh.
Ross Matlock says Keighley, West Yorkshire. It's good at Keighley, West Yorkshire because they've got a train that goes up and down the line, and you can stay in all day and drink Theakson's All Peculiar.
All peculiar.
Vincent saying evening, everyone, and he's in Belgium.
Where were you, Colin, with your comments? I think you're well ahead of us.
Oh, yeah.
We're pretty much caught up to date, I think.
Edward Ruiz then says, greetings from Barcelona in Catalonia in Spain. NT is Northwest Territories, says Shane Mandeville. NT for short.
Killer Chief says, me and Phil are both from York. Small world. Off air, get together and see if you live in the same street or something, because that'd be strange. We might be next door neighbours.
Philip Prime's in Great Yarmouth, Norfolk, where they also speak like that, you see. That's how they speak in Norfolk. I've decided this right now. They all speak like Pam Ayres, you see.
People
Oh,
are lose Pam Ayres. You can imagine, can't you?
just half the audience have gone, oh God, Pam Ayres.
Yeah.
Killer Chief has just passed his drone test. Congratulations. I'm not allowed to fly my drone around my house anymore because I'm near Heathrow Airport, so I'm in a no-fly zone.
Yeah.
Sabretooth Saboteur says, good afternoon. Good afternoon. God afternoon. Oh, God afternoon. Is that in a language? I guess.
Good afternoon.
I'll just clarify it's in a language, and that's as close as I can get. Yeah. Mr. Love's model making is in. Welcome, Vincent. Where are you, Vincent? We're asking where everybody is. We know where you are, but they don't.
Philly.
Anders has got something for Ted to read out.
Yeah, but above that, Philly says he's in Milnthorpe, which is just down the road from me. It used to be before they built the M6. So that when you went out on a coach trip to Blackpool, you used to stop at Milnthorpe, and then you go in to the pub, and the bus driver would be outside. Come on, we gotta go. Yeah.
Got to get to Milnthorpe now.
Anders Ericsson says something in Glum in Javan Glum in Javan Handem.
I think Ted is using muscles that we don't normally use when he tries to.
Foxx is starting to sound like Jethro.
What talking like that? Oh, you like that? It's one of the only accents I can do. It's because I used to watch Time Team all those years ago, Tony. Saboteur confirms that God afternoon is good evening in Danish.
That one from Anders Ericsson, he says it translates to don't forget to wash your hands. So it could be one for Foxx.
Right. So you've got to learn that one then, Ted.
Yeah, glum into the travel handrama.
Translation, wash your damn hands, monsters.
Wash your hands.
Vincent says, hi Fox, I'm sat behind the bench in little old Belgium. First phase of easing off the lockdown started today. Jolly good. Get all the takeout food. Chris says, Eric Graham says, Chris, I would assume it was because Gemma was getting tired of you buzzing her with it. The drone, that is. Obviously.
Yeah,
no. It was flying over the neighbour's garden for that bird that lives down the road.
Nico says, just want to say thank you for great service. Always buy from your store. We don't actually work for the store. We just do this for them. But they appreciate all the nice words that people say about them.
They do watch this. So massive thank you for being so kind.
Yeah, it's just perhaps a little bit of why this came about. Yeah, we are all of us eModels builders, and one.
I thought you were going to say idiots.
Yeah, it was just came about that one evening I suggested to Pete that we did a live stream, and here we are, sort of 3 years down the line, something like that now.
It's all completely Ted's fault, basically.
Yep, yeah. Well, Ted started on his own, didn't he?
Yeah, we promised Ted that we wouldn't grass him up. It is his fault.
Speedy Curate says, I knew Edward was in Barcelona. The moment he stepped into the room, he took my breath away. # Freddie and Montserrat reference. Hi, Mama Fox. She's got her headphones on. She can't hear me. She can't hear me because she's got her headphones on.
Anders given me 5 out of 5 for trying that, and 2 out of 5 for the accent.
2?
Yeah, well,
2's a bit generous, I think.
Yeah, it's better than I thought.
Lord Barclay III says Jack Hargreaves, but I don't know why.
I don't know. Everyone's saying hello, Mama Fox as well.
But Jack Hargreaves off How.
Yeah, and out of town, wasn't it? Where
out of town, yeah.
He in the garden shed, didn't he?
Yeah, you sit outside his garden shed with his pipe. Now I'm gonna tell you all to build an eel trap.
It's a skill you need in 1980s England.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you how to build an eel trap. Right? I don't know what his voice was like, so I'm making it up.
I'd love Phil Harding to do a program. You know, Phil Harding does flint napping.
Well, you see, you got the nap stone there, right, Tony? And yeah, but the thing is, you have to have close ones, and he's got minging nails. He's got Phil Harding's a legend, but he needs to trim his nails.
You don't know Jack Hargreaves, and you can't remember Jack Hargreaves.
Yeah, out of town. Yeah.
I vaguely remember How, but I was never really a How watcher. I was too young.
The name sounds familiar, but I can't picture him. There was all the rest
on How. There was that bird that used to sit up in the corner. There was the other one.
Fred Dinage.
He used to have his big wing collar and his tie on. Then there was the other guy with the lots of hair and the tweed jacket. Then
Magnus Pike, was it?
No, it wasn't Magnus Pike. He was like the scientist.
He was a scientist. She
Yeah.
blinded me with science.
Used to
Yeah.
flail his arms around all the time, didn't he?
Yeah, he had the tweed jacket with the patches on the elbows, and then there was Jack Hargreaves who was sort of sat back smoking a pipe. They had his trilby hat on and big beard.
Yeah, Magnus Pike was like the science version of Patrick Moore, basically.
Yeah.
I did see what somebody mentioned the other day was the Great Egg Race. Do you remember that?
Oh, I've got the tune in my head now. God damn it.
Professor Heinz Wolf.
Heinz Wolf, yeah, he used to work at the university around the corner from me.
He's an
down at
actual
Brunel.
real professor of learning things.
Yeah. Paul Lyon said Fred Dines, Bunty James, John Miller, Jack Hargreaves, Jill Graham, Marion Davis, and Tom Gateskill. Yeah, there was like 4, wasn't there? I always used to wait for the Fred Dines to come on, and he'd make some sort of experiment with like bicarbonated soda and vinegar.
Yeah.
See, whenever I hear the name Jack Hargreaves, I always think he was the guy that did the voiceovers for the experiment programs. But I don't think it was him. That was Jack Smith, I think. Because I don't know if anybody who remembers watching those on ITV in the 70s and 80s, the experiment, it'd be like, an experiment was carried out to see if this does, and it was like that voice was just so plummy. It was like you could sit and watch that all day.
Apparently, Red Lens says Fred Dinage still reads his local news. I didn't know he was still
Oh,
going.
Fred's still going, yeah. Don't forget Wilf. Wilf Lunn was part of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Who can forget Wilf Lunn?
Fred presented the remake How To, according to Paul Lyons.
How to?
Yes, I vaguely remember that. But yeah, it was used to be How, followed. Was it Magpie that followed by How, or was it the way around? I know it used to be like evening news, didn't it? Before the.
Yeah, I think it was Magpie then How, wasn't it?
See, I remember the programs, but I don't remember watching them, so I don't really have much information about them. I just remember them from that era.
Yeah,
I remember Magpie had the sort of slightly goodies font.
Yeah, well, it's the goodie, yeah, that goodies font.
Yeah, that was the one they had on Spangles as well. It's the same font.
Spangles. Oh,
Spangles.
I've got pictures.
Food and sweets from the past. What would you bring back?
Hang on, I can go and get some pictures if you want me to. I'll go and get some pictures.
I
Our
would
pictures. We want the actual sweets.
I would bring back Pacers.
I've got.
Lynn says, I don't remember any of these shows. Yeah, apologies for our foreign viewers.
Spangles and mint cracknell.
Don't know what mint cracknell was, but I remember I didn't want them to bring back Pacers because it took me 5 years to remember what the hell Pacers were called. Oh, I've got itchy nose tonight.
Right, if
Saboteur says it's Memorial Liberation Day in Denmark today, so everyone has candles in the windows. It looks very nice.
Oh.
I don't know whether you say Happy Memorial Day. I probably don't, do you, really?
Probably not, no.
No, I don't know what you say on a Memorial Day.
You probably don't say anything, you just put a candle in your window.
How many candles, Colin?
4 candles.
if you look at them a minute, I can share the screen and we'll go through some sweets I've got.
Okay.
Hang on, that'll go up there.
Well, be
I thought you were ready.
Buttons, Ted.
Go there. Go there.
When you said, can you lock it on me, I assume that meant that you were ready for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spangles. Remember the flavours you could get? There was lemonade.
Yeah, Coca-Cola, is it?
I don't remember the flavour. I just remember they had the dimple in the middle, and that was weirdness.
Yeah.
Fizzy cola flavour.
Yeah.
Soft Spangles. I think these ones down here must have been mint because they look like mint. Old English.
What's Old English? What does that mean? Old English flavours? What, they taste like beef?
I think I only remember the mint ones.
I remember orangey ones.
Tastes like chewing your granddad's slipper by the look of that.
Yeah, I've got a few more pictures and they're all random, so I'm not sure what they are.
Be
dear.
careful, Ted. Make sure you're not getting that special album.
Yeah.
Sherbet.
Oh, yeah, sherbet fountain.
That still exists.
Yep.
Yeah.
Scope says Toffos.
Toffos. I've got some Toffos. I've got Cresta Frothy, man.
Oh, God.
Frothy,
Yeah,
man.
Cresta is frothy, man. I remember the adverts for
What
that.
was that? Was it like a fizzy drink? I can't remember now. I vaguely remember it was a.
It was like didn't you have to shake it up or something like that?
Yeah, it was a bit like a tizery thing. You used to shake the hell out the bottle and, yeah.
Wake the drink?
And
I
then
do-
then get covered with it.
I do like the fact they obviously had zero marketing budget, seeing as the character is drawn by like nobody.
Yeah, but it's frothy, man. Now, as I said, these are all random that I've got on here. Bassett, that's when your sweets used to come in a box. Remember,
Yeah, I didn't like them.
you used to go at the pictures and you buy them like that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because I never liked licorice all sorts, apart from the pastel one in the middle that had the like 100,000 around it. No, I never tolerated licorice all sorts.
I've never tolerated licorice.
What is Red Barrel?
That's not sweet.
That's not sweet, but it was sweet enough. Yeah.
Hammer Fox just said wooden licorice sticks. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember Party Sevens, Ted? The big
Party Sevens. Hang on, I've got a Party 7.
Oh, party.
Let's go out of here a minute. Party 7s.
If they'd been clever, they would have sold Party 7s with a chisel.
Yeah, you used to get that. Yeah, you used to get the Watney's Party 7 with the little.
Yeah, you could.
And then you would put the tap on the top, the little green gas bottles. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
that was it. You if you were really tight though, and you didn't have the tap on the top, you just used to open it with them 2 can openers and pour it out.
Yeah.
For those that may be abroad or too young to know what a Party 7 is, it's basically imagine like a normal tin of beans, but put 7 pints or 7 litres?
7 pints, yeah.
7 pints.
But make it big enough to put 7 pints of beer in and have no way of opening it at all because it was in the days before ring pulls. So you basically get an enormous can of beer that's under pressure and you have to open it with a chisel and usually in the bath and it explodes.
How many of us got covered with the contents of a party?
Yeah, that was the days when you didn't take a bottle of wine round to your friend's party. You took a Party 7.
Yeah, you just had to carry out, didn't you? With a bag with a brewery on the side, wasn't it? With one of them in and some martini for the girls.
Speedy Curate, I think, gives some clarification from Mama Fox. He says, she means licorice root, Fox. You bought them at the chemist, an actual bundle of plant roots that you chewed. They were great. I think I've had licorice root.
Yeah,
Really nice, but gives you a hose pipe butt.
I remember that. Let's see what else comes up. The toffos.
Oh, yeah.
I never liked
them.
toffos.
Man's got a chew.
Yeah, and then there's a couple of flavours in there as well. There's a Macintosh mint toffee, Macintosh assorted, and Macintosh toffle.
When I was a kid, my dad would go out to the off license in the evening, and for them it was to buy cans of Breaker and packs of Player cigarettes. But for me, they'd come back with a can of Shandy Pilsner and a sweet of some sort that I could eat before I went to bed. And if I got like a Turkish delight or a pack of prawn cocktail crisps, I was happy as Larry. If they came back and I had my can of Shandy Pilsner and a pack of Toffos, I'd be really grumpy.
That's when you went to. I haven't got them. I thought I had some up here. No, I've got Skull. I thought I had some. What was that beat up there? It was a lager and lime. You could buy lager and lime flavors?
Yeah, you could buy like
these and.
I was allowed a can of Shandy Pilsner when I was about 9. At night before I went to bed, I was allowed a can of Shandy, but like massive. It was what the Americans would call a 40, with a big tall can, and it was like almost no alcohol, but it was still basically drinking lager at 9 years old.
Sprue Glue says, I'm getting weird flashbacks to being a kid with my dad.
Pacers.
Now,
I spent 5 years to remember what the hell these things were called before the
now I remember you mentioning these, Fox. I couldn't remember them because as Pacers because when I looked them up, they were in that packet, but they came in a white packet, spearmint flavour, and I remembered them then.
They were basically like opal fruits, but spearmint flavour, and they were fantastic. And I could eat a whole packet in 2 minutes.
Can you still get Palmer Violets?
Oh no!
Yep, yeah, you still get them. They're lovely.
Palmer Violets and Cherry Lips, horrible. I want Pacers to come back because Pacers were brilliant.
I think you probably still get them.
No, they went a long time ago.
That's the point. Sabertooth has a model making question. We will come back to you. We'll just finish this bit and then we'll come back and help you out with a question there.
I thought I'd put this picture on here for Fox because that's how you drink real beer.
That's a proper man's beer glass. That's a proper pint pot.
No,
I have my dimply beer glass. It's the best glass in the world.
Yeah. So when you go to these exotic extremes like Belgium and Norway and things like that, you don't get a proper beer glass.
None of this poncy fluted glass nonsense. You got a proper dimpled beer mug.
I notice it's got the mark on it as well. It's a pint to that line. So
Notice
Yeah.
as well, it's proper dark brown beer with foam and twigs in it and stuff.
Yeah, not like these Southerners drink it.
Has it got to be a pint with a head or without a head?
That's a pint to the line, and then the rest of it can be made up of head.
Yeah. Got to have a head in it.
Yeah. The Blue Nun. Yeah, that was the very first wine that you
Nun.
probably ever drunk.
Blue Nun.
Blue Nun. Oh my God.
Please tell me you've got Steak Diane or Black Forest Gatto in here.
that actually looks like an advert from the back of a men's magazine, doesn't it? Not that I know.
I watched a video. Steady now. I watched a video, and it was basically, I can't remember who it was, but they went to Germany and they were basically taking Blue Nun to Germans and saying, "Do you recognise this?" Because to us in the 80s, that was German wine, was Blue Nun. Apparently, it wasn't sold in Germany. It was never sold in Germany, and the person took it to Germans. The Germans drinking it, going, "This is horrible. What is this? This is awful." You drink, and they said, "Yeah, this is German wine." They're like, "No, we wouldn't drink this crap. It's horrible." But they didn't know what it was because it was never sold in Germany. Apparently, it was export only. Apparently,
there was Blue Nun and Black Tower, wasn't there? That was about the only choices you had. Art Lager.
Oh yeah, and you used to get, what was it? Watney's Special E, was it?
Yeah.
See, that's lager, and lager's nonsense.
Yeah, but that wasn't even lager; it was just fizzy water.
That's what lager is.
Remember the John Smith Bitter adverts?
Oh God, look at that selection box. God, I've gone back.
That was Christmas. That's when he got real sweet.
Yeah.
Do you know what's really amazing is I probably had that exact selection box at some point, because we used to get, every Christmas we go downstairs with our pillowcases full of presents, and there would always be a selection box, and we probably had that exact one.
I don't remember relays.
No,
I don't know what those are. I don't remember them at all.
Oh, were they a bit? I'm trying. No, they've got revels there. But
Yeah, I don't know what relays were.
his selection box used to have a selection of sort of cutouts on the back, didn't it? So you can make keep yourself occupied all Christmas Day by cutting out the little shapes on the back of it.
Yeah, like a maze and all that kind of nonsense. Like you get on cereal packets.
All right, next one. I've got any more? Yeah.
Michael Jackman says double diamond works wonders. I'm surprised no one says Stones goes down great guns.
I got to the end of it. I've got Super Moose.
Oh, Super Moose, yeah.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
It used to be the instructions on them: defrost for half an hour. You never get that far. No.
Yeah,
You remember, it's just a lolly, and it's just nice cream.
Screwball ice cream with a gobstopper in the bottom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, but you remember Bazooka Joe, Bazooka Bubble Gum.
Yeah.
Remember that, because you had the little pieces of cartoon and strip inside.
Yeah, you had to fold it. You had to fold it in a certain way to get.
Yeah.
Roundtree chewing gums once again came in a box. They would take your teeth out. They would take your fillings out. Then.
See, when I was a kid, Bazooka Joe was the only contact with America we had. As far as we knew, that was what America was all about, was Bazooka Joes.
Woodpecker cider, Texan bars.
Texan bar.
Yeah. Warnings advocate. That's what your grandma used to give you at Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We've got a box in the loft with something in it, and it's a warning advocate box. I don't know how my dad got these boxes.
Skipper tattoo bubble gum. I think that's where it all began. That there was your piece of bubble gum, wasn't it?
You're still wearing the tattoo, aren't you, Ted?
I've still got them. Yeah.
Spriggley says he used to be a Super Moose addict.
Yeah.
Edward Lennis says, I grew up in Hackettstown, New Jersey, where the Mars Corporation was. The whole town smelled like chocolate when they cooked. However, you would have smelled American chocolate. It's not as good as English chocolate or European chocolate.
That was the days before cigarettes were banned for kids. You could buy chocolate ones and you could pretend.
Used to be able to buy the little tobacco packets as well. Do you remember that? And it was like a licoricey type stuff.
Did you ever get the candy cigarettes that had the rice paper around them so you could eat the paper? They were literally in paper, but they were edible as well. Yeah,
wasn't it Camel cigarettes or something like that? I know they were real ones, but you could get Camel confectionery as well. Back to Pacers and the beer. Yeah, there we are. We've done it.
Sergeant Bones actually had the Bazooka Joe camera. I think that was one of those fill out so many things and get the camera, wasn't it?
Oh, good man.
It actually existed, did it? Blimey.
Yeah. I remember having it. I rember sending off for the X-ray specs once from a Marvel comic.
I was in the Dennis the Menace fan club with a Beano.
I was in that. I was in that as well.
Right, Sabretooth Saboteur, a little while ago, asked, is currently trying to paint an FW190 with Humbrol enamel. It doesn't work particularly well. Do I need any thinner? If so, how much? Painting with brush. It turns out that he wasn't using any primer. So he then started saying what primer does he need and things. So, yeah, basically you need a primer. It won't really matter which primer, but...
Yeah, always use a primer. Absolutely every single time, because paint's not designed to stick to plastic. Paint's designed just to be a colour coat. Primer is designed to adhere to the plastic in one of various ways, and that is then what the paint sticks to because it gives it a rough surface. So always prime your model first. And if you're brush painting, enamels are fine, but you might want to eventually move your way up to perhaps acrylics for a better painting experience and a better not stinking the house out experience.
Yeah.
As well. But yeah, you definitely absolutely want a primer.
Yeah, it seems that, particularly with today's situation, a lot of people are returning to modelling, and because it was many, many years ago that they used to do it, all was about was Humbrol then.
Yeah.
They've gone straight back to that, where there's lots more products around.
I found it, Ted, when I came back into the hobby was around the time Tony was doing the Rossi bike. And, you know, like you've just said, I last modelled when it was Humbrol paints and the two-ended paintbrush, you know.
Yeah.
Suddenly you've got all of this stuff and you're like, oh, wow. And it's quite surprising the difference that few years made.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But, I mean, I would say going forward, enamel paints are fine if you're airbrushing, sort of. But nowadays you really want to move on to acrylics. It's a lot more convenient and easier, and you can do a lot more with them. Enamels are a bit... not brilliant.
Right. Oh, what else have we got?
We've got a thing to do from last week.
We got the giveaway. We have, and I forgot to load. Don't come to me yet because I forgot to load the thing up with the actual.
I'll go to you now then.
No, not yet. I've got to load last week's. Last week's show, haven't I?
This is where we've got to pad it out because Foxx hasn't loaded his page, but we're not going to tell the viewers that, are we?
No, we
I
can't
loaded
mention
the other
that.
bits. I just didn't load last week's.
Because we're not going to drop him in it at all.
So what I can do next week, I can look up some nostalgia for something else if anybody's got any
Well,
suggestions.
I think you should do American sweets.
We didn't know anything about American sweets, though.
I wouldn't know where to look for American sweets.
No, I know, but it's only fair. We've got a lot of American people who are complaining while you're doing that, saying that, I don't remember any of these. So.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, make some suggestions in chat then we can see. Yeah, because we're not doing a what's in store. Well, because of the guys at eModels, and it takes a bit of pressure off them.
Also in the chat for next week, if you was a superhero, would you wear a cape or a mask, and what would your superpower be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they won't remember that by next week, but it's worth a go.
Hey ho, I'm just killing time whilst you're loading up, mate.
I'm ready. Do you want to look on me?
I can indeed.
How do you do a share screen? There we go.
I thought you said you were ready. You said you were ready.
I was technically ready. Okay, you should be seeing the screen. Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, you're okay. This is what we're giving away, isn't it?
Yes. If you remember last week, we decided, or rather, Pete Mate let us know we're giving this away. It's a lovely little 1/72 fairy swordfish, Mark 1. We think it's a new tooling, possibly. Lovely little kit, great little weekend project, and you can go all to town with the rigging if you pick up yourself an easy line or some Ammo by Mig rigging. The rigging line, it's awesome stuff. So anyway, what we asked you to do was, I don't know, we asked you to put something on last week's video. Oh look, there's a picture of Colin waving his armpit around.
Yay!
At least I'm not stuck.
There is that, and then the advert says for the young at heart. Yes, so we asked you to put a comment on last week's video.
Something about fish.
Yeah, I think it was like
Funny fish fact, wasn't it?
yeah, it was an amusing but not necessarily correct fish fact. And it looks like we've got 29 comments. Now, you've got about 20 seconds before I do anything with this. So if you haven't put a comment on last week's video, on the 27th of April, go now, because I'm going to load it into the random comment picker and pick a comment at random.
Randomly.
So, yeah, so if you want...
It's been done before where somebody just commented at the last moment and they won.
Yep, exactly. So, yeah, somebody did do that, actually.
Yeah, the random picker doesn't care when you put the comment in.
It may even been Spruger that did that. I don't know. Just to insult to injury. But yes, let's have a look at the comments while we're waiting. While you give you a few moments to put a comment on there. When's a fish not a fish? When it's a place, says Kitchen Table Modeler. I like that one.
Oh.
Give a man a fish and you'll feed him for a day. Give a man the means to catch a fish and he'll complain about it for the rest of his life, says Phil Lewis. There is a fish called a fox fish and another one called a flying fox. True story, says Stefan Mast. Glenn Philo says, I have 6 goldfish named Major, Minor, Flatline, Bebop, Altered, and Blues. The only way I can tell them apart is by their scales.
Oh,
yeah.
musical joke.
It took a bit to get there, but
you go. What fish goes up the river 100 miles an hour? A motor pike, says
I like Paul Horner's one.
Looking to buy a fish tank, Sherman or Panzer? Any suggestions? Hey! I've got a little meme picture, and it's a picture of a killer whale in the turret of a tank, and it says, "I shouldn't be in the tank," and at the bottom it says, "Actually, no, I don't mind. It's quite good fun." One more. Let's have a look. One more. Fish don't have fingers. Swordfish don't have real swords, says Mark Scopes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. One last one because I've seen it. Snipe have green bones. True, and conger eels can still bite if you cut the head off for up to 3/4 of an hour. True. From Adam Lestila. There you go. Right, anyway, that's enough time for you lollygaggers to get your comments on there. Let's have a quick look and see if anybody has. It was 29. Now we've got
27.
32. There you go. So we've got a few more comments. Well, if you haven't put it on now, you're probably SOL. So there you go. So we're going to put the YouTube address into the comment picker of randomness. Ignore all the adverts.
Coupons available.
Yes, I can't see it because my camera's in the way. So we have 32 unique users, so 31 comments. Are we ready? Does someone want to do a countdown or a noise or something?
5.
How can there be 32 users for 31 comments?
They could have put a comment and a reply.
Yeah.
Or commented twice. No, that can't be right. Yes,
No.
they could have done -1 comment. Anyway, give me a countdown. Ready?
perhaps somebody that's
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
drum roll.
And Andrew Martin. My dad worked as a fisherman, but he gave it up because his net income wasn't enough.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Andrew Martin.
It's a bad joke, but it's a winning joke.
It's a winner.
It's a dad joke that won yourself the thing that's hidden. The fairy swordfish Mark 1, 1/72 is coming to you. So all you need to do is you need to send an email. Oh God, this is going to get complicated now because of the emails. Send an email to sales.
Send it to us. ted@eModels.co.uk.
I got confused then. Send it to Ted, and we need to know your name, your address, your YouTube username if it's different, just in case.
Your bank account number, your sort code, your PIN number.
Yeah, we don't need that bit. Yeah, we need your
Just
name,
tell
your
them that you won the swordfish.
swordfish. But yes, we need to know your
It's
name.
not a pin number. The number's already in the pin bit.
What?
Ted said he wanted his pin number. It's not a pin number. It's one of my pet hates.
Oh yeah, like ATM machine.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah, yes, I get you. I'm what are you on about? Yeah, so we need your name, your address, your YouTube name in case you're different, and your phone number in case it gets shipped by courier because they'll demand a phone number. So your name, address, and phone number basically. Send that to ted@emodels.co.uk. I shall stop sharing the screen. Send it to ted@emodels.co.uk. And by the magic of eventually, it will turn up for you.
Yeah, don't expect it tomorrow.
Yeah, obviously, given the delays because of everything going on, the entire world being on fire, it do allow quite a while for it. They are saying up to 30 days for orders to get processed now, so it might take a while to get to you, but it will get there. As long as you send your name, address, and phone number, we'll need that.
Yeah. So well done.
Well done. Whoever that was, I've already forgotten. Oh, Andrew.
I don't know if Andrew's in chat tonight, is he, or not? If you are, say
if you are, say hoorah.
yeah.
Yeah, if not, hopefully you'll watch this video and see it.
Oh, well, I think that brings us about to the end of tonight's shenanigans.
Yeah. Oh, Steve at Totally Scale Models coming saying hello, and that's the end.
Hello, Steve.
Good timing as usual.
Hope you're okay, mate.
Don't forget, if you want to watch it again, you can just click and drag back to the start, and you can watch it all again. But yeah, I think that's about it. Is there anything else that's pressing or anything like that? There's nothing.
No, that's it.
Right. Well, I think it's time to wrap it up for the night. It's bedtime again. Time to go get some gin, and then just remember there's some chocolate in the fridge. You always talk about sweets and chocolate. So
We've got an entire tray full of miniature heroes.
Oh,
My teeth hurt. Sadness.
it,
Celebration of miniature heroes.
do you put the wrappers back after you've unwrapped it? Do you put it back in the tray, and then you have to rummage through all the wrappers to find the sweets?
No, because I'm not a monster.
no, you do that with After 8 Mints. You don't take the wrappers out the box. You just take the sweet out, leave the wrapper in the box.
You do it at somebody else's house when it's their tray of chocolates.
Right, we'll leave it for tonight. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining in again, and we'll do it all, God willing, next week. Same time, same place, and as I say, same back channel. But until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. Wash your hands, look after yourself, stay
Wash
safe.
your damn hands.
Wash your damn hands. And we'll see you all again next week. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.